Hi, I'm Ed Green. Today, I'm going to tell you about my coaching practice. I'll also tell you how I decided to pursue creating my coaching practice. You see, a few years ago, I quit working for somebody else. I quit my W-2 job, and I thought it was going to be the most magnificent time in my life. For once, I could wake up each morning, not to an alarm clock, but wake up when I wanted. I'd have the whole day to do whatever I wanted. I didn't have to answer to anybody. And I thought, I'm going to create my next chapter of my life. Well, it didn't take very long for me to realize that waking up each morning and not having an obligation or a place to go or somebody to answer to, it really wasn't that great. Because you see, I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a goal. I didn't have something to pursue. So every day after a while became monotonous. Like, what am I going to do today? See, I'd always wanted to do a lot of things. I wanted to write a book. I wanted to be able to travel around the world. I wanted to create things. I wanted to have a coaching practice where I had an impact on people's lives. But I found that was very difficult to motivate myself to do that on my own. I was always really effective when it came to guiding people. I could sit down and talk to people randomly, strangers, friends, family members, and through asking questions, through conversing with them, from finding out what it was that was important to them in life, I found that I could help them to move past a lot of the obstacles, the blocks that were holding them back. You see, I came up with this idea, and it came from a friend of mine. I have a friend who makes short videos, movie videos, documentaries, things like that. And I said to him one day, I said, you know, when you wake up in the morning, that should be the beginning of working on the greatest project that you'll ever work on. And that is creating the life that you want. So I will say to you that if you're completely happy with your life, you're satisfied with the way it's going, your relationships, everything's running smoothly, this message is not for you. But if you, like me, are the person that thinks that there's more to life, that there's something missing, then maybe hiring me as a coach would be something that would be a good idea. If you feel like there's something that you've always wanted to do, and I don't care what age you are, I don't care whether you're male or female, you could be very dissatisfied and you could be a very young person in your 20s. You could be like me and be like 65 years old. Maybe you're retired, maybe you're still working. It doesn't really matter. If you realize that there's something missing and that you have your music in you and you don't want to go to your grave with your music still in you, then I think that we should have a conversation. So if what I've said resonates, if something I've said makes sense, then reach out to me and let's talk. Have a great day.